Let's continue.
Press continue.
Good morning, Mr. Parker.
Yes,
What are you here for, sir?
I'm here for a citation I received for assault.
You are in the wrong courtroom. I believe you're supposed to be with Judge Green. Marianne, who's doing criminal docket this morning?
I'm in the wrong courtroom.
Where's your notice to appear, sir?
It's at my house.
That's okay. Sit tight for 1 second. My secretary will look it up and she'll let us know where you're supposed to be.
All right, sorry.
But no worries. I believe it's with Judge Green.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the defendant's name. What's your name, sir?
This is Judge Hazel Martin, and we're in the wrong courtroom.
Sir,
Yes,
your
What
first
did you-
name?
Jeff Parker. Jeff.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. And Judge, I just got a call from Civil Department, and they said Andrea Ray cannot connect. She doesn't have the ability to. And Sandy said in the ROA, her phone number is there, and I guess that's what you did last time that she appeared.
And then, sorry,
that-
Marianne.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Paige.
Hi, I did look up Mr. Parker's case and it is Judge Green.
Oh, thank you, that was fast.
You're welcome.
So, Mr. Parker, what you can do is go to the court's main website. On the top right side, will be a button that says Online Courthouse. And you'll go to the bottom of that page and it'll help you get to Judge Green's Zoom.
Okay.
Or who got you on this morning?
My uncle and my cousin. You kind of know.
Okay, uncle or cousin, whoever got you on, did you type in the meeting number from Zoom or did you go from the court's page?
You probably went off maybe the last one.
We went off the last
Probably
one,
didn't
Judge
check.
Lisa.
All right. I didn't realize. I figured it would just take me to.
You're not late. It doesn't start till 9:10, so it'll be okay if you want to hop on hers.
But what you're going to do, you're going to go to mi34thdistrictcourt.com. I'll repeat it once you get paper.
Yeah, sorry about this.
No, Mr. Parker, you're absolutely fine. If you were in the building, we'd do the same thing. Somebody would take you down to where you're supposed to be. It's not a big deal at all.
Thank you.
Mr. Cox, as soon as we get Mr. Parker where he belongs, I'll give Miss Ray a call and we'll get going, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're having trouble. We're in the wrong courtroom.
It's okay.
She says it's okay.
Sir, is somebody there? Is somebody ready to take the information and help you get where you're supposed to be?
Pencil. Which judge is it?
Judge Green. Okay.
MI 34
34
TH
TH
DIS
DI
TR.
DIS
Yes,
DISTR.
Yep, District Court, MI 34th District Court
Court, yes, okay.
.com.
Uh,
And you're gonna go to there's a button at the top right side for online courthouse. And you'll go to that, and towards the bottom of the page, you'll see the list of judges' names. You'll see Judge Tina Brooks Green, and it'll be a highlight that'll help you click on it. It'll take you to her Zoom room.
Okay.
Okay?
Rick? Judge Green is. who
Thank
we
you.
need to be in.
Thank you.
It's not a big deal. You're not late, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Parker?
No, I think you helped us a lot here. Thank you.
You have a wonderful day, okay?
Yes.
Mm. Good morning, may I speak with Andrea Ray, please? Ms. Ray, is Judge Martin. How are you this morning?
I'm all right, and you? Pretty much, Nana.
I'm good. They told me that you couldn't get connected on Zoom.
Yeah, I have an issue going on with the AT&T internet, I guess, because it's saying bad connection. So when I
Okay.
tried my phone's acting up too.
Ms.
But
Ray,
I'd rather, huh?
it's okay.
Okay.
I'm here at the
Thanks,
courthouse.
guys.
I'm here at the courthouse. The attorney's office is on Zoom, so he can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna call the case and we're gonna get started, okay?
Okay.
This is 210731 LT Peter Fraley versus Jeremy Ray and Andrea Ray. Appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Aaron Cox appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Could you state your name, please, ma'am?
Andrea Ray.
And Ms. Ray, when we've appeared here previously, you've indicated that Mr. Ray is no longer in the property. Does that remain true?
Yes.
Okay. And we were here originally on March 10th. The matter was adjourned back on March 31st, and there was a SARA application pending May 5th. The application was still pending with Wayne Metro. Mr. Cox, what's the status of this matter?
Your Honor, I don't know that to be true. This is our fifth hearing in this case. My client has tried to participate in the SARA program for this property, but it appears that Ms. Ray is not. We have not received any confirmation from Ms. Ray, from Wayne Metro, from any delayed attorney that indicates that she has in fact done her part with respect to the application. Judge, this being the fifth hearing, I am asking the court this morning to make a determination that there is no tribal issue of fact and enter a judgment of possession according to the outstanding rents and water bill. If in the meantime, Ms. Ray wants to and actually does obtain that SERA participation, that certainly can still happen. But at this point, it's just striking for as many cases as we handle these days that use these mechanisms to help pay rent and get resolved very quickly, that we're here on our fifth hearing with no movement since early March.
Ms. Ray, were you able to hear what the attorney just said?
No, I can't hear anything that he's saying.
Essentially, Mr. Cox is indicating that you have not completed the process and that the parties have appeared on this matter now for about 2.5 months.
Yes, and that's true. And I actually called Wayne Metro this morning to figure out what the issue is going on. They told me that I was on the waiting list, and now that it has been processed, I have to wait for the caseworker to call me. So, and I told her that I sent Pete some money, and he should have $800 on Wednesday, and then I'm paying him $400 a week. But if that's all right with him, for $400 a week, it's the easiest way to put it too, because I can't give anything at once right now since everything is starting up. And then we had both work due to the COVID issue with my partner. So now that I'm back, it would be for a week. And like I said, I talked to Wayne Metro this morning because I was freaking out myself because I hadn't heard them. And they assured me that I needed to relax and that it was going to be done. And I said, push, it's a time sensitive thing and it's very important. And they flat out told me, well, you were in a line of people and there were so many of them that now it's my turn and I have to wait for the caseworker to call me. And I needed an updated email for Pete as well so that they can email him too.
Mr. Cox?
Your Honor, I mean, that's the story that we've heard in this file since March. My client has indicated to me that they have contacted Wayne Metro and MSHDA themselves to inquire about this application and have been told that it doesn't exist.
That it does not exist?
That's what I have an email from my client that says I talked to Wayne Metro and MSHDA. There is no record of her filing. And I mean, maybe
it does. I have a confirmation number as well.
Hold on 1 second, Ms. Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe there's a miscommunication on her part. Maybe she needs some assistance in doing so. The issue, and I understand the circumstances and I understand the difficulty and what I'm asking for, but at some point, this has to move forward. I mean, we've been dealing with this coming back now on 5 occasions for this one file, and without progress. I mean, even under all of the current administrative variances to summary proceedings, even with all of those things, my client is entitled to retake possession of his property if the rent's not paid.
Well, Mr. Cox, the court understands and appreciates that, and Ms. Ray has asserted that your client should have received $800 from her recently. Are you showing no payment?
Mr. Fraley got 4 from me from the first check. I sent him the whole check. And then on Wednesday, I get 800 more, which is going to him. And then.
I'm sorry, Ms. Ray, you're saying you gave him $800 yesterday and $400 previously?
No. I sent over $400, and this Wednesday coming up, I get my next check, which is $800, which is going to Pete, which would be May. I know I have the back pay, but I wanted to start sending him money is right when it's in my hands. So he'll be getting $800 on Wednesday, and then after that, it's $400 to make the $1,200 a month.
Judge, I'll just add, I have an updated accounting from my client as of yesterday at 10:16 a.m. and it reflects 0 payments this entire calendar year.
Ms. Ray, I hear you. I understand what you're saying regarding being in line, waiting for your turn to submit your application and paperwork to Wayne Metro.
It's submitted. I have the confirmation number. Everything is submitted. I just have to wait for their worker to call me.
Judge, my suggestion is that if she has a confirmation number, we can do both things. We can enter a judgment for the amounts that are owed. I would even be, I guess, open to the concept of providing additional time in excess of the normal 10-day time period for that amount to get satisfied. Give me the confirmation number. My client will go to work with respect to trying to figure out if in fact she's applied and how to get that thing moving. But I don't want to put my client in a position where we're coming back to this court again in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, only to be in the exact same position that we've been for the last 3 months.
Ma'am, did you hear that?
No.
Mr. Cox's concern is that his client's reporting that they don't have proof or confirmation that you have in fact submitted your application, and they don't want to come back again. And before Mr. Cox started talking, I was going to ask you for that confirmation number. Then his client can investigate from their end. Do you have that confirmation number handy?
I sure do. I'm getting my email right now, right when he said it, so that I could get it. And he can also, I have the phone number that he can call on top of that to ask my name and address, my phone number, and they would give it to him, because that's the one issue I had with them, is letting them know. They told me they had already spoke to Pete a while ago about this, and I didn't
Ray,
understand why it wasn't done yet.
find that number,
I'm
please.
logging in. I'm logging in right now.
And while you're logging in, Mr. Cox, you said you would consider time beyond what's required by statute before you execute on the judgment.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, ultimately, this is a non-payment of rent case. To the extent that she can
Correct.
gain assistance to pay the rents, I mean, I think everybody benefits from that.
What kind of time are you talking about?
Well, excuse me.
Ma'am?
Said they only had 30 days in order, like, that's how he explained it to me. He said, well, we have 30 days to get a hold of you. Your application is at the
Miss
end.
Ray,
You've submitted everything
Ray.
that we needed. The 30th day is the
Miss
29th.
Ray.
I said, well, you told me it would be by the 17th.
Ms. Ray,
And yeah.
confirmation number.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to log in right now. Okay.
Mary Ann?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
maybe Paige. Looking for Sydney Katz. Is that matter resolved?
Let me look that case up, Judge.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. My number, where'd it go? Is, I'm sorry,
That's okay.
logging in. I'm all shaky. Yeah, this would be something completely idiotic to lie about.
Well, Ms. Ray, the issue is
How long it's been.
no, well, that's part of it. And they are entitled to a judgment if you do not have a defense to their claim for unpaid rent. And seeking Sarah is the reason why we originally put this matter over from March 31st until now. And Mr. Cox has given the court indication that it won't be the standard rent to retain with the court costs 10 days to writ. So the hope is that once Mr. Cox hears the confirmation number, his client will be able to follow up from their end. So long as you're continuing to, as long as your application is complete, you submitted whatever you need to submit to Wayne Metro, and the plaintiff has had the opportunity to do the same, I'm sure that Mr. Cox would not move forward with any effort to have you removed from the property, and that his client would in fact work with Wayne Metro to make sure that you received the SARA funding that should be or that you believe is available to you. And that's how the matter will be resolved, with Wayne Metro paying whatever they're going to pay, you paying whatever is calculated to be your portion, and your landlord being satisfied with that.
Okay, I have it right here.
Confirmation number.
It's 131165. That's my application number. Excuse me. And then they will also have to use my last name, which is RAY, and then my birth date as well.
Oh, whoa,
which is
no,
08.
ma'am.
Yes.
We are recording and we are live on YouTube. I don't want you to give all of your personal information out that way.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that.
I'm sure if you have an application to be a tenant with them, your birth date is in the file somewhere, or Mr. Cox or your landlord can get a hold of you. They need more information to be able to match up confirm your application with Wayne Metro, okay?
Okay.
But at this time, Mr. Cox has made the request for a judgment based on the fact that you have not asserted a legal defense to the non-payment of rent case. So I will ask
So
you,
the CDC,
excuse me?
I mailed out the eviction diversion paper that Wayne Metro sent me.
You mailed out the CDC declaration?
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Cox, have you received that?
I don't have anything in my file, Your Honor, no. And I would just add, Judge, I mean, even if she has, the CDC declaration doesn't prevent the court from entering a judgment. At best, it would prevent the court from issuing an order of eviction.
I'm sorry?
I said, Judge, even if she has submitted a CDC declaration, it does not prevent the court from issuing a judgment of possession. It only prevents the court from executing an order of eviction.
I understand that, Mr. Cox. I'm aware of that. But my question is, if your client has it, I will make a note in the file. So should we get to the point where you were submitting a request, an application for an eviction, that we would know about it? I'm thinking that far ahead, but Miss Ray, the attorney,
sorry,
is
Judge,
accurate. Even if
I'm sorry, Judge, I thought you heard my initial comment. We do not have a record of a CDC declaration in our file.
I did hear you. And what I was starting to say was you were making the distinction between the entry of the judgment and an execution. And I was going to turn to Ms. Ray, since I don't believe that she can hear you, everything that you're saying, indicate to her that Mr. Cox does not have a copy of the CDC declaration that Ms. Ray, that you've indicated that you sent. So I would suggest that you send it again.
Okay.
But I will take note in the file that you have submitted that. But ma'am, as to the original complaint, I want to go back to what brought us here originally back on March 3rd. There is a complaint for non-payment of rent where your landlord alleges that your rent is $1,200 a month, due on the 1st of the month. And as of the date of that filing, rent was paid through December 30th. Do you dispute any of that?
Just that my rent is due on the 13th.
Do you dispute that you have unpaid rent?
No, I do. I owe him rent.
And as of today's date, Mr. Cox, how much rent remains due and owing?
Your Honor, my client is seeking.
Oh.
Your Honor, my client is seeking only the unpaid rental amounts, no late fees for the 5 months that have elapsed. So it's a total of $6,000 due in rent. There's also outstanding water bills totaling $612.17 and court costs of $160. So we would be asking for a possessory judgment in the total amount of $6,772.17. And Judge, I would ask that the court grant us the ability to seek an order of eviction after, I'm going to say, the 17th of June, our current 10-day time period. I'm sorry, Judge, the 18th of June. Our current 10-day time period would be June 7th. I think the added time would give the parties sufficient enough leeway to see if they can resolve this.
Mr. Cox, every time you turn your head, I lose you. I heard your total of $6,772.17. And then after that, you became muffled.
Sorry, Your Honor, I was suggesting to the court that a June 18th date for that payment would be appropriate under the circumstances.
Ms. Ray,
Yes.
did you hear that?
He's correct on the amount.
Okay. Ma'am, inasmuch as you've indicated that you do not dispute that rent remains due and owing, and you have just now confirmed that the outstanding rent is $6,000, outstanding water bill $612.17, and court costs of $160 for a total of $6,772.17. The court will enter judgment in that amount with a writ date of June 18th, 2021.
Okay.
We have now placed on the record your confirmation number with Wayne Metro. So although Mr. Cox is submitting this judgment and the court will sign it, Sarah funds may still be available to you to satisfy this debt. Okay?
Oh, yes.
Anything else, Mr. Cox?
Nothing for me, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Ray?
Yes, there was one more thing that was important to me. The bank that I use to get my payments, it doesn't offer Zelle. I don't know how to do like an automatic, like a bank-to-bank transfer because I don't have any of that info for them. I just know that I could get on Zelle with a phone number, but this bank doesn't deal with Zelle. So I needed to know if they had like a business number that I could go to Bank of America and give them so that I could deposit it.
Is that how you've been making payments electronically?
Yeah, through Zelle. But when Jeremy left, he left his debit card, so I was able to transfer my money to that bank account. Well, that account is now closed, so I can't transfer my money to that account to send it through Zelle. So if I could have a number just to go up to Bank of America, then I could do that too.
Mr. Cox, is there some unique way that your client is accepting rent payments?
Judge, as you can imagine, it's not something that our office gets involved in. The only information that I could offer to Ms. Ray is the information that's contained on the summons and the complaint. It does provide a phone number and a mailing address for my client.
So contact your landlord, Ms. Ray.
Okay, all right.
Other than that, anything else, Ms. Ray?
No, that would be all.
We're all set. I'll sign the judgment. The civil department will mail a copy to your attention. Good luck to you, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Mr. Cox.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. It's a pleasure to finally appear before you. I hope that you're enjoying your new position.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You as well.
Judge, did you get
So
my
Paige, I see
cat?
your,
Oh, there he
I
is.
see your note, and I now see Mr. Katz coming on. What I don't see is Mr.
Sanders.
Sanders.
Yes.
Oh, I love Mr. Katz's background. That's cute.
Yeah, it's better than this one.
And there he is.
Oh, I love this one. This is 211580 LT Barrington Romulus Apartments versus Jimmy Sanders. Parents, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sidney Katz, P51471 on behalf of the plaintiff.
And Mr. Katz remembered his P number this time. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, I guess I have a little more experience in remembering it now.
This matter was adjourned from April 28, 2021, where Mr. Katz and the defendant appeared by Zoom. There was $22.74 due and owing at that time. The defendant had paid $1,700. We adjourned to today to confirm that payment, and I thought possibly resolve the matter. This matter was scheduled for 9 o'clock. It's now 9:32 by the court's clock. The defendant has not appeared. Mr. Katz, what's the status of this matter?
So, Your Honor, the current balance, there is a balance still due. There's $1,640 still owed.
Uh-huh.
And at this point, I'm going to request a default judgment in that amount. I'm willing to give Mr. Sanders, I guess, till June the 15th, give a little extra time. since it seems that he has made some attempts to make payments, but I would like a default judgment in the amount of $1,640, which includes costs of $152, Your Honor.
Inasmuch as Mr. Sanders has failed to appear this morning, default judgment shall enter as indicated by plaintiff's attorney. Mr. Cass, if you submit that to the civil department, they'll get it up to me for signature. Anything
Okay.
else this morning?
I hope not. I don't think so. Next week should be fun because I've got you at 9 o'clock, but I have to have an in-person in Troy at 9 o'clock as well. They're requiring second hearings in person, so I might be handling your case.
So
from-
you're gonna have somebody cover your docket with me on next week?
No,
Is
I
that
might
what you're
just bring
telling
my
me?
computer to Troy Court. Or I might have to bring 2 computers because I think I got 3 or 4 courts going at the same time. Should be fun.
Oh, first world problems you have, Mr. Katz.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. All right. Thank
Anything
you.
else this morning?
Nope. I'll see you next week.
Take care, sir.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye. Well, Ms. Knope, thank you for joining us on our morning program.
Thanks
You wanna
so
hang
much for
around? We have an
having me.
arraignment.
Hey,
We have an
I
arraignment at 10
love
o'clock.
listening to
Other than
those
that-
too. What's the
Well-
arraignment on?
It is, we might chat about it later.
All righty.
I'll give you a call.
All right. Thanks, Judge.
Marianne, you can leave us up if you want to stop recording because we'll be back as soon as we get a call from MIDC.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.